So I had the Apple Card for quite some time now, and me personally, I find the card to be extremely convenient and extremely simple, but I don't ever want to give anyone the wrong idea to believe that this credit card doesn't have its flaws. I want to make this video very cut and dry for who I believe will get the most benefits from the Apple Card and who I think just simply don't need it. Because I understand with any product or anything in this world, there's certain people that will benefit from it, and then there's certain people that just wouldn't benefit from it or don't see the value in it. So in this video, I want to make it clear who I believe the Apple Card is right for. So let's get into it. At the time of filming this video, the bank that issues the Apple Card is still Goldman Sachs. There are rumors that that might change, but I feel like that's important because obviously if you're going to invest in a financial product, you should know the bank that you're working with. Yes, the tech company that issues the card is Apple, but the bank that is doing all the banking, because Apple is not a banking company, is Goldman Sachs. So obviously if you have any kind of issues with Goldman Sachs, the Apple Card isn't for you. And if you have any issues with Apple, or you don't like Apple, or you don't use Apple products, then you can't get the Apple Card. That's just some obvious points. But let's talk about what the card offers really quick, just so you understand what you're getting yourself into. First and foremost, you can get 3% cash back at select merchants when you use Apple Pay. If you use the physical card at any of these places, you still get 1% cash back, which that's what everyone hates about the Apple Card. They hate that if you use the physical card, which is a titanium card, very nice card, if you use that anywhere, you get 1% cash back. If you use Apple Pay at those select merchants, you get 3% cash back, which I'll put a list somewhere on the screen to where you could check it out and see exactly which merchants you can go to and get that 3% cash back. But for the most part, majority of places do have Apple Pay, or they do offer Apple Pay. And if they don't, if you have a different credit card, it would be smarter to use something that has a higher multiplier or a higher cashback offer in that instance. So you just got to kind of be somewhat strategic, which I just recently released a video that was talking about my strategy and how I get the most from my most used credit cards, which I'll link up here. You can check it out after this one. But if you use Apple Pay anywhere else, you get 2% cash back. But if you use the physical card, even if you think that you're getting 2% cash back, you will always be getting 1% cash back, which I actually dislike as well. And let's talk about the benefits of this card and why people think this card isn't as good as it can be. First and foremost, a lot of people like sign-up bonuses or welcome bonuses that you get for hitting a certain spend whenever you get a credit card. The Apple Card typically never has a sign-up bonus or welcome bonus because they just don't give those offers. But most credit cards, or a lot of credit cards, do have a welcome bonus. Typically something along the lines of, if you spend $500 within the first 3 months, you get $200, something like that. But a lot of people look forward to that when they sign up for a credit card. The Apple Card doesn't offer that. So a lot of people have a problem with that because it's Apple and is a big company and they expect a lot more from them. But if we all know Apple, we know they like to keep things extremely simple and straight to the point, which I believe this card does offer. Now, I do believe there are things they can add to the Apple Card to make it a bit more enticing, but for the most part, the simplicity is a big selling point for Apple for everything that they do with their company. They do from time to time have targeted welcome bonuses, like they will have it for, if you get this person to sign up, maybe they can get a welcome bonus or something along those lines. From what I've seen in my time of having the Apple Card, if you got any kind of welcome bonus from the Apple Card, comment what your welcome bonus was, or if someone was to sign up, do your friend get a welcome bonus? Let the people know in the comments. That I haven't really got any targeted welcome bonuses, so I can't really speak on it too heavily. And a huge reason why I wanted to make this video, because I made videos about the Apple Card in the past and I made it seem like it was the best credit card on the market. I think there's a lot of better offers than the Apple Card. Me personally, I just like simplicity. I like being able to pull my phone out and open my digital wallet, tap it on the tap to pay, get 2% cash back and call it a day. I don't like to overthink my finances too much. Now, as far as me having different things to make money, that's a different ball game. But as far as credit cards and having this one for this category and this one on a rotating category method, I don't want to get too deep into that type of stuff because that's another thing another moving part in my system. And if you have too many moving parts, you get a bit overwhelmed. And because I am a serial entrepreneur, I have more than one business, it can get a bit overwhelming quick. I don't want to have to think about too many credit cards. So that's why I talk about the Apple Card so much on my channel, so positively, because it is convenient and I have benefited from the cash back. Now, could I have benefited more if I would have been more strategic with credit cards? Absolutely. And yes, I am aware of a lot of things going on with the Apple Card, that it approves people with very low credit scores, which I actually appreciate that, because when I actually got approved for the Apple Card, I didn't have the best credit. But I say this to say that I don't believe it's a product that makes it to where people make bad decisions. I just think people in general can just make bad decisions. So you can't blame the product for something that an individual chooses to do. And this isn't the most informational video about the Apple Card, like everything it has to offer. But if you want to learn more about the Apple Card, you can check this video out after this one, and it's more informational and it goes deeper into the Apple Card ecosystem and all the bells and whistles and everything you would need to know if you were thinking about applying for the Apple Card. This one is more so to make sure you understand that, say for example, you are approved for the Apple Card, it's not necessarily the Apple Card that's the problem, is the individual who is making the financial choices, because the Apple Card does have features to where it can make it a little bit tedious not to want to buy certain things like Apple products. They have a way where you can basically finance Apple products through the Apple Card, and is extremely convenient, but it does take a chunk off your Apple Card balance, and that is something you have to pay back over time, kind of like a buy now, pay later type of thing, which personally obviously is a trap, and it is a beneficial tool that Apple tries to use to basically make more money, which is a business, so it makes sense, but that can hurt the overall user. So you just got to be strategic and very good financially. So I believe that the Apple Card can be a very good product. One, if you like simplicity. Two, if you like Apple products and you like to use Apple things all integrated in the same ecosystem, then it's phenomenal. And then three, if you're an individual that actually understands how to use a credit card the proper way, because I wouldn't advise someone to get it if they're just going to max it out and hurt their personal credit through maxing it out. So this video is more so to say that I don't promote the Apple Card to be the best credit card, but me personally, I do have a very good experience with it, but I do know there's a lot of people that, one, don't get that much benefit from it, and two, that just doesn't understand their finances as well as they should. So just always do your own due diligence whenever you're investing in anything financial, and make sure you go over something over and over and over again until you understand it down to a Q, because I do know I am slightly responsible for people applying for Apple Cards, because I do have videos out that has a decent amount of views for a financial video. So I just try to be very mindful of the things I put out on the internet, and that's basically what this video is. So with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one.